Hello YouTube, welcome back to another Trick the Pally video. Before we start this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for all notifications. Thanks for watching, enjoy the video. Alright, welcome. This is the third attempt at recording this video, and it will be the last one. So, if you can't tell by the title, the video is about dystopian shit and crazy things that are happening right now, and I am trying not to make politically videos and whatever, but when something is super important and something I think just has to be talked about, and even if no one watches, I need to talk about it. This is one of those things. So I'd appreciate if you watch it, but if you don't, I get it. So right now, the two biggest things are the logging into an app and then needing to check into different places that you go and then needing to verify for however you need to for the app that you are corona free or whatever, that whole thing. And then New York City having the corona hotline basically, and if you see someone breaking the law or doing breaking corona law or something, then you could take a picture of them, text it to this number, and they'll take care of it. Take care of it? What does that mean? Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, but that first thing, the geo-tracking logging in app, right? I personally think that seems extremely similar to how China treats its population with social credit score and how you're not allowed to travel and you're not allowed to ride trains and buses if you're under certain things, and it seems like it's very similar to that in practice. It might be a different, your access to different things is limited, but it might, it's only because of the virus, but I think it's a little scary that they're trying to make it so you need to have an app, verify that you're, vaccine free or whatever, and then have it on all the time in the background, or only when you check into places, and you're not allowed to go places unless you have this. So it's are we that desperate to have things back to normal that we're willing to sacrifice our ability to just walk into Chipotle and buy Chipotle? Because now you're not going to be able to go, or hypothetically, you might not be able to go in and buy Chipotle anymore if you don't have the fucking app, if you're not registered with, if you don't have your, the doctors and everybody already have your health information. Now the government has to have it. Why does the government need all this information about us? And I love to give them the benefit of the doubt, right? The app is only tracking you when you log in or whatever, but come on now. So that's the first thing. Second thing, New York, this calling in people breaking the rules, or breaking social distancing and shit, taking the picture and then calling it in and whatever. And then, surprise, surprise, the first day that this happens, they're swamped, and he said he hired 120 more people to go through and sort through all this. It's I'm happy they have jobs, and I'm happy they can provide for their families in this time, right? But you couldn't use that money better, and I don't want to donation shame. I feel stupid, but I guess if I was in his shoes, I would do things to make more jobs and be more efficient about it. Why would you make this hotline to get people in trouble, right? And then who do you need to solve problems like that? The police, right? So now we're taking up police time for these petty bullshit, this petty bullshit, right? Because, okay, the people that, it's they're obviously breaking the rules, the gatherings, in the parks or something, and take a picture, and it's oh, wow, these guys are in the park, right? But you don't think the cops would see that already, or you don't think that would be on their radar already? This stuff should
be obvious enough to cops already. So who are you reporting now? You're reporting people that you're seeing walking down the street in your neighborhoods. Like, chances are you're reporting people that are around that like the chances of you reporting people that you don't know that are just like in your periph or whatever is so small. So you're going to have all this petty bullshit. And the worst thing is that now that there's a chance that this petty stuff can escalate to like serious like crimes now, because you see in around the world the crackdowns on the stupid fucking people's licking toilets and doing bullshit. Like, people are getting jail time. Like, the chick that just was licking the ice cream and like putting it back, she said she bought the ice creams, in like a social media post or whatever, but she's still getting shit for going in and like opening it up and like exposing all this bullshit. And it's like, if you don't like, someone and you see them doing anything remotely close, you see them, it's like, oh, he was like, purposely walking past people and he wasn't 6 feet away or something, or he's like consistent, like, you can come up with so much bullshit for anything. And now we have an option for just all of that to just be forwarded into the cops. Like, dude, I just can't. And I know there are going to be people that abuse this, and that's the worst part. And because people that wouldn't abuse it just would go around this anyway, like, if there are people that would go out of their way to see shit and to call stuff, they would do that already. All you're doing is enabling people who wouldn't put in that much work, who really don't care that much, to now just go like snap and done. When the people that want it, that would be reporting like the stuff that they see, like, they would, because I do it. I know when I see shit that goes wrong, I call the non-emergency police number and I say, hey, my name's Luke. I see this happening. I see this going on, and it's not like urgent police stuff, but here it is. I'm calling you the non-whatever. And in this case, you would, I guess, be calling. I would be calling personally the non-emergency. I don't think it's worth calling 911 to be like, oh my God, there are people in the park right now. Stat, you got to get down there now. Like, I'd call the non-help and they'd determine if they want to or not. But I wouldn't be the one fucking 911ing, like, fucking getting the cops over here, because I like to give cops the benefit of the doubt, but we all know, we've all seen the cop horror stories of them just slamming people, not giving a shit, and it's like, I wouldn't want to put that on anybody, regardless if I like them or not, regardless if I think they're idiots. So that's that. Government fucking tracking you everywhere and needing to register with all this bullshit and not knowing when it's going to end and being so subjective. That's just insane to me. And then giving people the power to just report other people for those are just two insane things to me, and it's just insane that we're activating. And I know people want to return to normal really badly, right? But is this how you want to do it? Shit, man, I had to make a video about this because it blew my mind. I still can't believe it, like, because I'm an asshole and I know people don't like me. And I don't think they're like hate me enough to like put it to that level, right? But I know 1000% there are bigger assholes than me out there, and I know there are angrier people out there. So, fuck, man, we'll see. I'm a goofy goober!